And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Cleveland Browns. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage. Anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Yeah. Backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A run here with Dearness Johnson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though.
6-6, pull it high. Point it right.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready. Go 58 to the mic. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tate. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's second and inches.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Cut.
58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. 6 man.
Run.
Slam. Check.
Pilot, 64, weak. Run. I got it.
Here's Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the interception last time and led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. Tate. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Chicago.
On first down, Tate. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a second down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Second and 4. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Let's go, deep, tighten up. Watch twins. Watch the eye. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down now, it's Hunt, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Switch.
Now the Browns. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Mike Fofo.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And it's caught. Becker. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36.
Here we go. Check 99. Check 99.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, alert 33.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. It's going to be a...
Hey, Foxtrot.
It's going to be a long day. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Watch that.
Watch the run.
Watch that.
From the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Talk about sacks all day, baby. Go ahead and take a seat. You can't stop me.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
I got it.
Up.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. I know he ain't got it.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Watch that.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All day.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Set. 180.
Check 53 is Mike. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Watch that.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And an alley to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. He goes 91 yards on the kick return as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, a full half to be played. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Hey, alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hey, alert 33.
58, right?
What's up?
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Come to my world.
What's up?
Mayfield looks to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Up, up. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Yeah.
Pistol.
44, Mike, 44. Hey, come on out here, come get some. Come out here, come get some. He don't want it.
I got you.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Going deep here for Landry. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Run.
44 is the mic, 44 is Mike. Check.
Hey, high 7.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Hey, watch the ball.
Hurry.
Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that? 44, Mike, 44.
Mayfield with it once more. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
His guys take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Tate gonna let one fly for. He's got a man. Complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, Tate, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up on the count, Roby Coleman, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On first down, punt, and he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up.
Regular.
Kill.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Hey, exit.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Check Mike. What's that?
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Don't get nervous, man.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
Mike, number
and have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Pretty quiet, Steven, pretty quiet. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Come on, baby. Mike.
Operating from the gun. Tate. That one caught by Gibson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 45-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check three. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Off the play fake. Tate. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mikel Roby-Coleman. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen,
just nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mack Wilson able to record his 5th sack of the season. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Well, that run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. He's checking. Crash. Watch twist. Check. 53, Mike. Check. 53.
From the gun, Tate. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Hey, watch it.
Operating from the gun, Tate. Robinson's got it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Bears, first down.
Check 24, check 24.
Throwing on first down. Tate, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Mack Wilson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Come off the ball.
49, check 49, check 49.
Share.
To throw on second down, Tate. And his throw here is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. Third down here.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Record. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. There's a party now.
From the gun, Tate. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Check. Check out. Slam. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Check.
On fourth down, Tate. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Watch the shift.
Hey, alert.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll run again with Hunt. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Real.
Now Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. They'll run on first down. Taylor. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Keep playing.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
They run again with Hunt. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, dude.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Check. Kings. 58, right over there.
Mayfield down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
20.
Hey, here we go.
On first down, Hunt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. The 30, 10, and hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Let's get it.
Following the fumble recovery. Tate. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So down a couple scores, only one timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down now, it's Hunt looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long.
And 12.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
1st down, Bears.
This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
53, Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check.
Operating from the gun. Tate. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Greedy Williams picks it off, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, team. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the run. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Hey, get in the weight room. Check. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Cleveland, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.